Alright, starting off with something completely unhinged, Goat Simulator. And yeah, this game is exactly what it sounds like. You play as a goat, and your only goal is to cause as much chaos as possible. There's no real objective here. You're dropped into an open world where everything is interactable. You can headbutt people, launch objects across the map, break physics, and even glitch the game in ways that honestly feel intentional at this point. What makes Goat Simulator stand out is how unpredictable it is. 1 second you're just walking around, and the next you're flying across the map because something randomly exploded. It's not polished, it's not serious, but that's exactly why it works. The bugs, the weird mechanics, the randomness, it all adds to the experience. If you're looking for something that doesn't require thinking and just lets you mess around and have fun, this is easily one of the most chaotic games you can get on mobile right now. Next up, we've got Human, Fall Flat. And this one is a completely different kind of chaos. Instead of controlling a normal character, you're controlling this wobbly, physics-based human that can barely move properly. Everything in this game feels intentionally clumsy. Walking is awkward, grabbing objects is unpredictable, and even simple movements can turn into a full struggle. The game is built around puzzles, but the real fun comes from how badly everything can go wrong. You're supposed to solve things logically, but most of the time you'll just end up falling, slipping, or dragging yourself across the map. What makes it even better is that you can play with friends, and that's where things get even more chaotic. Nobody knows what they're doing, and somehow that's the point. It's one of those games where failure is actually more entertaining than success, and that's what makes it so addictive. Now moving on to Melon Playground, and this is where things get even more open-ended. This game doesn't give you missions, objectives, or even a clear direction. Instead, it just gives you tools and lets you do whatever you want. You can spawn characters, weapons, objects, and basically create your own scenarios. Whether you want to test physics, build something, or just create complete chaos, the game gives you full control. It's very similar to sandbox-style games where creativity is the main focus. There's no right or wrong way to play. It's all about experimenting and seeing what happens. And because of that, every session feels different. You're not following a path, you're creating one. If you enjoy games where you can just mess around freely without being told what to do, Melon Playground is easily one of the most flexible and weird sandbox experiences on mobile. Up next, we've got Kick the Buddy, and this one is more on the simple side, but it still works. The entire concept is basically stress relief. You've got this character on screen, and your job is to just mess with it using different tools, weapons, and objects. There's no story, no progression system that really matters. It's all about interaction. You tap, drag, throw things around, and watch how the character reacts. What makes it satisfying is the feedback. Every action you take has a response, whether it's visual, sound-based, or just the way the character reacts. It's not a deep game by any means, but it doesn't try to be. It's designed to be quick, simple, and oddly entertaining. This is the kind of game you open for a few minutes, mess around, and then come back to later. It's weird, it's random, but it does exactly what it's supposed to do. And finally, we've got Sausage Man, and yeah, this one might be the weirdest concept out of all of them. At its core, it's a battle royale game. You drop into a map, collect weapons, fight other players, and try to survive. But instead of normal characters, everyone is a sausage, and that completely changes the feel of the game. The movement is goofy, the animations are exaggerated, and everything just feels less serious compared to traditional shooters. Despite that, the gameplay is actually solid. It still has all the mechanics you'd expect: shooting, looting, strategy, but wrapped in a much more chaotic and funny style. It's a perfect mix of competitive gameplay and humor, which makes it stand out from other battle royale games on mobile. If you want something familiar but also completely different at the same time, this is definitely worth trying.